You know, there's something about Pixar movies back then that continue to cling to our memories to this day. And that's of course thanks to their memorable characters, engaging stories, moments that make you laugh and cry, and of course their stunning animation. These days, their movies have still been solid in terms of quality, mostly. But one film that has stood out to me since the first time I watched it is Finding Nemo. A stunning film about a father traveling across the ocean to find his kidnapped son. This is possibly my favorite Pixar movie of all time. Either that or WALL-E. I don't know, I flip-flop my opinions a lot, but something about it that has stuck with me for years isn't just the memorable characters, the stunning animation that still holds up 20 years later, or even the beautiful score by Thomas Newman, but rather the tense, nail-biting, eerie, haunting, thrilling, shit-your-pants terrifying moments that are either dark, scary, disturbing, or all of the above.
But who cares? Haha! I remember!
And it gets me thinking of one question. Is Finding Nemo a horror movie?
Something's wrong with you. Really?
I know that sounds like an extreme question, especially for a film that's intended for kids, but it's something I've thought about for a while because most of these scenes scared the shit out of me as a child. In fact, I still get the creeps watching it today. So I want to go deep into why I think the scary elements are enough for this to count Finding Nemo as a horror film. You get it? Dive deep? Because it's the ocean? So, part of the horror of this movie comes from the fact that these characters are either in peril or seconds away from death. But it's not just what happens in these scenes, it's also how they're edited, how they're shot, and how they're animated. The scenes that I feel stand out the most are the opening scene, the Bruce chase, the abyss scene, and the whale scene. The whale scene isn't the scariest, but what stands out is the idea that they think they're talking to a small fish, but it's revealed to be a huge whale as it seemingly swims away. As Dory continues to try to speak whale, annoying Marlin, the whale slowly emerges behind them. The mere sight of this huge whale swimming towards them is just terrifying to me, especially since Marlin and Dory have no idea until the last second. Yes, the whale ends up helping them travel across the ocean, but still this whole build up to them getting swallowed is just nail biting. The Bruce chase is one of the more memorable parts as Marlin and Dory swim for their lives from a bloodthirsty Bruce.
Dory, look out!
I'm having fish tonight!
From the speed of Bruce, the intensity of his actions, the enclosed areas, the near miss calls, this might as well be a monster movie.
Let's go!
Here's Brucey!
The abyss scene is probably the scariest in terms of setting and intensity. It starts with Marlin and Dory entering the abyss, attracted to this bright light. As they follow it, they find this horrifying fish with huge ass teeth as it lunges at them to kill them. With the area being dark, barely visible and open spaced, and the anglerfish being fast and vicious, it adds to the scene being almost a nightmare to watch. And my fear of open dark spaces just adds to the horror.
That's great. Keep it right there.
Just leave it!
Okay. Mr. Bossy.
The most disturbing though is the very start. It opens with Marlin and his wife Coral being happy as they wait for their 400 children to be born.
We still have to name them.
You want to name all of them right now? All right, we'll name this half Marlin Jr. and then this half Coral Jr. Okay, we're done.
But within 2 minutes, a long and menacing looking barracuda appears stalking them, and all it takes is one movement to escalate things.
What?
This scene alone gave me nightmares first time watching, especially when Marlin wakes up to see Coral and their 399 eggs gone and only one remaining. That's so f***ed up. Already 5 minutes in, this movie gets you comfortable with the setting only to just strike you with horror. The other moments I've left out are still effective though, like the jellyfish scene, as it goes from fun but serious as they race each other, only for Dory to get left behind and forcing Marlin to go back into this now crowded and claustrophobic swarm of jellyfish.
Oh, stay awake! Stay awake! Oh, stay awake! Stay awake!
This scene is well with the seagulls, as they get closer to surround them, and again, all it takes is one movement and they lunge to f***ing eat them alive. And let's not forget when Nemo almost gets shredded in the fish tank filter. Or how about when Nemo defies Marlin by touching the boat?
If you put one fin on that boat, are you listening to me? Nemo! You just pounded your little tail right back here, Nemo. You are in big trouble, young man. Do you hear me?
With the intense music that comes out of nowhere, the towering appearance of the divers, and Nemo's cry for help, this scene is just horrifying to watch.
Nemo! Nemo! Nemo!
about this delightful scene when they encounter Bruce the shark?
It's all right, I understand. Why trust a shark, right?
Now, how many of you people watched moments like these as a child and pissed yourself? If you did, don't feel bad because my pants were more yellow than Homer Simpson. If not, you've got balls bigger than Moto's motos. But the horror doesn't come from just these intense moments. It comes from another thing, its setting. It's not just the creatures to fear like barracudas, sharks, jellyfish, and anglerfishes. It's also the ominous and eerie atmosphere the ocean presents. From areas like this fog to the crowded minefield, the abyss, or just any open space in general. There's this sense of dread and fear since anything could pop out and hurt you. Even when nothing's happening, it's effective. From the moment Nemo is taken, Marlin straight up follows the boat through this wide open space. And when he loses the trail, he panics and doesn't know where to go, amplifying how lost he is and how huge the ocean is.
Nemo! Nemo! No! No! Please, no!
Or how about this trench they come across? They don't go through it, but the sight of the distant darkness and this skeleton just adds to the ominous and horrific feeling.
It's got death written all over it.
I'm sorry, but I really, really, really think we should swim through.
And I'm really done talking about this. Over we go.
Thomas Newman's score mostly remains beautiful and awe-inspiring when highlighting the ocean, but when something scary happens, it increases the intensity of the situation.
No, Bruce! Focus! Sorry about Bruce, mate! He's really a nice guy!
It's also effective when showcasing the shallow and emptiness of the ocean, as there are shots that linger on parts of it long enough to make you dread what could possibly be lurking out there. This is what makes areas like the fog so unnerving, because they're swimming around something that limits their vision and they don't know if they're going the right way. And the longer they stay out there, the more painful it is waiting for whatever could be out there. The same thing could be said for the abyss, but arguably worse since the area is covered in literal darkness, cutting their vision down. Even with the anglerfish's light, it's still a haunting setting because of the open space that darkness presents. These areas are also introduced in often slow camera movements and slow building tension. The way the minefield is presented is cold, eerie, and haunting, especially with those mines floating around. For the jellyfish scene, I love how they appear by slowly coming down in the background, creating that slow tension. The first thing we see from the abyss is this hole of darkness from where Marlin and Dory hang from, and it takes some time for them to enter down, find the light, and eventually the anglerfish. It makes you fear this setting more than the creature that lurks in it. Basically, the movie teaches its audience how the ocean can be massive and often beautiful to look at, but can also be disturbing with its vastness and dread.
Let's ask somebody for directions.
Oh, fine. Who do you want to ask? The Spec? There's nobody here!
Well, there has to be someone. It's the ocean, silly. We're not the only two in here.
Here's the thing though, all of this horror built from these intense moments, freaky creatures, and haunting atmosphere, is this really suitable for the young target audience for this movie? Well, yes. Only for one reason. It has a purpose. Pixar was no stranger when it comes to dark moments in their movies. Remember that nightmare scene in Toy Story 2? Hopper's death in A Bug's Life is pretty grim. But what about the implication of all the heroes' deaths in Incredibles? Or the people that Charles Muntz killed in Up? The opening scene of Monsters Inc. straight up belongs in a horror movie. Or even Toy Story 3. The toys are pretty much locked up against their will and try to escape, and at one point almost get incinerated. In fact, it was so dark that people started comparing this movie to the— Okay, let's not go there. But like those other films, Finding Nemo still manages to have a lot of heart, humor, and touching moments as these characters learn to grow, like Nemo learning to overcome things on his own, while Marlin learns to trust in others like Dory and his own son, or even Dory as she learns to remember more. And like mentioned before, the movie focuses on showing you how the ocean can be beautiful and breathtaking, while also being eerie and uncomfortable. Considering the harmless and dangerous fish in the ocean, you just don't feel safe being in this area where anything could come out. Yeah. The idea that Marlin is so worried about Nemo while being stuck in the middle of the ocean is terrifying. This poster right here indicates it. While it does look stunning, it's also uncomfortable to look at. Marlin looks lost while a series of fish swim around him, all while being in an area of nothingness. Even the tagline here, there are 3.7 trillion fish in the ocean. They're looking for one. That tagline alone just speaks terror, impossibility, and dread. The idea of not being able to find someone in a world where that amount of fish exists just sounds terrifying. So yes, technically based on the movie's premise and setting, Finding Nemo can be considered a horror movie, but not that it doesn't have light moments. It has themes of trust, family, and independence. And the scary situations that include sharks and anglerfish, jellyfish, or anything in general are just obstacles they face. There are also moments that remind the audience that the ocean is a huge space and danger can lurk around it. If I'm still getting the creeps from these scenes to this day while still enjoying how charming, funny, and heartwarming this film is, then I could safely say that Finding Nemo is a kid-friendly horror movie. But you know what's scarier than this though? Cars 2.
Oh my god, oh no!